By faith, he dwelt in the land of promise as in a foreign country. And that is another lesson we can learn from Abraham. Even when he had already entered his land of promise, he didn't become a millionaire all of a sudden. He didn't become a millionaire the next day. Things didn't just work out for him that he got all provisions and everything provided for the very next moment. He went to that land of promise. He even got there. But when he got there, he was just living there as a sojourner. He was just living there as a foreigner. He was living there as a refugee because he didn't have anything with him. He had to start everything afresh. But sometimes we are thinking, if it's the will of God, everything will be provided. If it's the will of God, everything will be ready. If it's the will of God, I will not need to struggle. If it's the will of God, I will not need to suffer. No. Any achievement requires that you suffer first. There is no way you will ever attain anything of significance without suffering first, because you have to work hard for it. In the beginning, you have to work hard. And when you work hard, you suffer. And so it's just natural to suffer first. So don't believe all those petty and primitive messages and teachings that people give in churches that, oh, everything will be good. Oh, it is the will of, it's not the will of God if it is bad, or it's not the will of God if things are tough. No. Look at this man. This man, that is what qualifies him to be a man of faith. That even in the land that God promised him, he got there, things became like hell. Things became so difficult, and he will not quit. He kept on working. He kept on building that city. He kept on building tents. He kept on doing everything he could do in his own power. So if we want to see anything change in our land of promise or in our countries, it is not enough to just say, okay, I'm going there. Let God do his work. Let God do his miracle. Let God provide. God has done everything he needs to do. It is your time for you to step out and begin to do. When you do your best, God will always come through for you. So he dwelled in the land of promise, in this own very, some people, I've seen so many Christians who say, as soon as they begin to see some difficulties in their land of promise, oh, it's not my calling. Oh, I go to another calling. Oh, it means it's not my topic. Oh, it's not my business. Let me go to another one. Oh, it's not. Just little problem. Oh, it's not my thing. Okay, I'll go another. Oh, it's not my place. It's not my this. Because we don't have patience, because we don't have faith. We don't live by faith. We live by emotions. We live by feelings. We live by instincts, by anything, but not by faith. But Abraham knew better that God has spoken to him, that God said there is a house or there is a city in front of him, and that he will not give up. He will not return back. So even if things are now difficult, it will not be a reason for him to run away. So he decided to dwell in the land of promise, even as a foreigner, even like a refugee. But he knew that if he passes through the due diligence, if he pays the price, things will also come, things will work out for him. So he was dwelling in tents with Isaac and Jacob.